Greetings, colleagues. This tutorial focuses on getting the trainees familiarized with use of Excel. Firstly, the Excel app would need to be opened. Next, they would have to open a blank workbook, which is normally located here. So they would click here and your workbook is now opened. They would need to become familiar with the Excel interface. Excel 2013 uses a tabbed ribbon system instead of the traditional menus. The ribbon contains multiple tabs, each with several group of commands. So we have the Home tab, and this gives you access to some of the most commonly used commands for working with data in Excel, and it includes copying and pasting, formatting, and number styles. You also have the Insert tab, and it allows for someone to insert like charts and tables, among other things. You have the Page Layout tab, which allows you to change the printing format of your workbook. You have the Formula tab, which gives access to the most commonly used functions and formulas in Excel. You have the Data tab, which makes it easy to sort and filter information in your workbook. And you can use the Review tab to access Excel's powerful editing features, which includes things like comments and tracking changes. The View tab allows you to switch between different views for your workbook and freeze panes for easy viewing. And you have the Contextual tabs, which will appear on the ribbon when you're working with certain items like tables and pictures. To minimize your current workbook, you would click on the ribbon, display options arrow, and it's in the upper right corner of the ribbon. It looks like this. You would notice some options. You would select the one that you're desirous of using. The auto hide ribbon would display your work in full screen mode, and it would completely hide the ribbon, so it would look like this. And to show the ribbon again, you click here. So you click the expand ribbon command at the top of the screen, and it's going to show it again. The show tabs option, it would hide all command groups when they're not in use. So it looks like this. And to show the ribbon, you simply click on a tab and it's going to show the ribbon again. The show tabs and commands option, it maximizes the ribbon. So all of the tabs and commands would become visible, and this option is selected by default when you open your Excel for the first time. So this is what it would look like normally. You have the quick access toolbar, and it's located just above the ribbon, and it allows you to access common commands regardless of the tab that is selected, and it includes, you have all those options here which you can actually click on to you can click on those. So I can click on it and it makes it available here for usage. So if, for example, I click on new, you see it opens up here for me. If I want, I can remove it as well. Like Word, there is also the Backstage View, and it can be found by clicking here, and it will carry you to the Backstage View. The Backstage View is made up of those. You have your worksheet views as well. So once you are in Excel, you would notice what you call the normal view, page layout view, or page break view. And to access those, they are at the bottom here. So here is the normal view. We have the page layout view, which looks like this. And we have the page break view, which looks like this. As mentioned before, Excel files, they're basically called workbooks. So anytime you need to create a new project, you'll need to create a new workbook. And to create a blank document, you files and you go to new and you open up your blank workbook. If you want to open an existing one, you go back to the Backstage View and you go to open, and you would select the one that you want to open, or if you're seeing it here in your recents, you can open it as well. So open would be like this, and you browse on your system to locate one that is already there. So you can look for it on your system through your files. If there is a file you would like to pin and you're seeing it here, all you can do, you right click and you click on pin to list. So you would notice it would show this here, showing that it's pinned. Looks like a thumbtacks. Basically, it's a push pin icon, so it looks like this. You can unpin it as well. Like what, there are templates that can be used as well. So you can come to new and there would be templates available here that you can use to do whatever you're desirous of doing. So let's say you want to do a photo calendar, you can open it up and it looks like this, and you can proceed to do whatever you're desirous of doing. So there are numerous templates here that can be used. Depending on what you would like to achieve, you select your specific one. There may be times you may have a document that was created, let's say in an earlier version of Excel, or let's say you are trying to open it and you can't open. You would normally have what you call compatibility mode, which allows you to disable certain features. So you will only be able to access commands found within the program itself that was used to create the workbook. So for example, if you open a workbook created in Excel 2003, you can only use tabs and commands that are found in 2003. So if you look at this image, you can see that it is in compatibility mode. The workbook is in compatibility mode, and this would disable some Excel 2013 features. And in order to exit compatibility mode, you'll just need to convert the workbook to the current version type. So to convert a workbook that may not be in the same version of what you are using, what you have on your system, you would go to File. After you have located File, the option Convert would normally be seen to convert it to the desired document. And you would normally see the Save As dialog appearing. And all you need to do is to select the location where you want to save that workbook. You enter the file name and then you click Save. So it would normally look like this. You can save your Excel files using two strategies. You can do Save or Save As. Save would be used when you create or edit a workbook. You'll use the Save command to save your changes. The Save As, though, you'll use that to create a copy of a workbook while keeping the original. When you use the Save As option, you'll need to choose a different name and or location for the copied version so that you'd be able to distinguish between the two. Whenever you're saving, let's say you create a new project, it is always important that you save your workbook. And when you save it early, that can prevent your work from being lost. So it is also important that you are aware of where you're saving it so that you can find it easily later. So to save your file, you can do it by locating the Save command here, or you can choose to go to the Backstage View and you would be able to do it there as well. So to save, right? So we are going to the Save As, and I can give it a name. I'm going to put it in a location where I can find it easily. Intro. So always remember to put your naming convention, which makes it easy. So I can put my name as well. So you always name the file in a manner that would make it easier for you to locate. If I want to make a copy of this same file, all I would need to do, I go to Save As, I browse, and I could just change that to new, put new. So that's a copy of what I just did. Okay, so you see there is a copy. There may be times you're working on a document and for some reason you did not save it. Normally, the document recovery area would show up at the side, which can allow you to recover that specific document simply by clicking it and then saving it. There may be times for some reason you cannot locate your document within the workbook itself. You can just simply go to the Backstage View to locate it. So if you notice, I'm in here open and I am seeing recover on save the workbook, so I can just click on it, right? And it will give me the opportunity to give it a name and save. So this ends this brief tutorial.